Hello, everyone. Some of you know me, some of you don't. My name is Carlos Valcarzai, and I love saying that I'm a legacy FAST person here at Microsoft. Been doing this for about 4.5 years now. When I first joined FAST, FAST was around for about 9 years before that, so I got to celebrate the 10th anniversary of FAST. Presented with something like the past, present, and future of search. Well, the past of search is search misunderstood. The present of search is search misunderstood. And the future is search less misunderstood. Why do I say that? What was our introduction to search? 10 years ago, it was the empty field, and we got to enter some information. All of a sudden, we were seeing information come up, right, on search engines like AltaVista or All the Web. And then Google came along and made it seem even simpler, and life was wonderful, and we still didn't know how it was actually working. But all of a sudden, we start looking at content that was unstructured, but we didn't think of it as unstructured, right? We still kind of thought of it as, well, it's kind of a database lookup for those of us who care about that sort of thing, by the way. Average consumer just saw it as, oh, I can find my documents, or I can look for websites I hadn't found before. 10 years ago, that's about the best we could hope for. Very few people understood the mechanism, and I'll admit I was one of them. Right? You just kind of enter a text, and oh my God, look at all those sites. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put that site up. Let me go back. And so we kind of progressed from a situation where you had people blindly using a technology, beginning to build up an expectation of how that technology is supposed to work, completely missing the boat, by the way, but that's okay, because that's where a lot of the innovation comes from. A fragmentation of the marketplace that kind of led us to the present, where we have a lot fewer players. Search as a technology is more understood. We understand that consumer search and enterprise search are two completely different marketplaces. Right? When you go to Google or to Bing or to Yahoo, the sorts of things you're going to get, the sort of information you're going to get is different. The average consumer still does not understand what they're getting or how they're getting it or how to come up with better ways to find their information. And after selling search for 4.5 years, the one thing that I can tell you, since I'm on the pre-sale side, is that the customers themselves don't really know why they want to buy search. They know they have a problem. They're hoping search can solve some of that. And in some cases, it'll be things like BI tools or extensions to how they view the use of databases. So to a lot of customers, search is really just a different sort of database. They don't understand the notion of an index and how they can leverage the index, and being able to go to something like search-driven applications is a way of making life easier for the users. Which is why even in the present, we're so busy looking at search the way we did 10 years ago, we're not leveraging the notion of search-driven apps. Certain customers like Best Buy and Dell, who create e-commerce applications that hide search. You don't know you're using search, but there it is. And in the end, that's how you should be using search. And they are a minority of the companies that really get it. In the future, when we talk about things like search as a service, cloud-based offerings, companies that want to be able to use search easier, the acquisition of FAST and the integration with SharePoint is meant to make the implementation of search in the enterprise an easier thing. Search will virtually disappear, as it should. The reason why it will be less misunderstood is because it will be pushed into the background, where it really just will be an infrastructure that's used by an incredible number of people on the outside who still will not understand how it works or what it's doing, because they won't even see it. They'll just have these applications that help them with their workflow, help them to get their job done, and in fact, they're not going to care. So it'll just be less misunderstood. In the end, there won't be any real gain in understanding to it. They just won't have to worry about that. That's my opinion.